The Axeman of New Orleans. Between 1918 and 1919, New Orleans was terrorized by a mysterious killer known only as the Axeman. The assailant targeted Italian-American households, entering through unlocked doors and attacking residents with an axe, often stolen from inside the home. The killing seemed random yet ritualistic, with no clear motive, leaving the city gripped with fear. A chilling letter allegedly from the killer was published in local newspapers, claiming he would spare anyone playing jazz in their homes. On March 13, 1919, music-filled houses reportedly stayed safe, adding a bizarre, almost supernatural layer to the mystery. Despite numerous suspects and widespread panic, the Axeman was never caught. His identity remains unknown, and the attacks abruptly stopped without explanation. The case combines terror, randomness, and psychological manipulation, making it one of the most haunting unsolved crimes in U.S. history. To this day, historians, journalists, and true crime enthusiasts debate the killer's motive, whether it was a personal vendetta, a deranged mind, or something far stranger. The Axeman's story continues to inspire books, films, and folklore, leaving New Orleans with a chilling legacy of fear and unanswered questions. The Villisca Axe murders. In 1912, the small town of Villisca, Iowa, woke to a nightmare. 8 people, including 6 children, were brutally murdered in their home with an axe. The crime scene was horrifying. The family and 2 overnight guests were found in their beds, faces covered in blood with no sign of struggle. Despite intense investigation, no one was ever convicted, though several suspects were questioned, including a traveling preacher and a local businessman. The lack of motive and forensic evidence made the case nearly impossible to solve. Over the years, paranormal investigators and historians have examined the house, claiming it remains haunted by the victims' spirits. Locals have reported hearing children crying and strange shadows moving through the home. The Villisca Axe murders remain one of America's most disturbing unsolved mass murders, combining brutality with a lingering sense of mystery. Its fame continues through documentaries, books, and tours, ensuring the horrific tragedy remains etched in history. To this day, experts debate whether the killer was a stranger, a neighbor, or someone known, yet the answers remain buried with the victims, leaving an entire town haunted by unanswered questions over a century later. Jack the Ripper. In 1888, London's Whitechapel district became synonymous with terror. Jack the Ripper, a mysterious killer, preyed on female prostitutes, murdering them with precision and mutilating their bodies in a way that suggested anatomical knowledge. Despite intense police investigations and numerous suspects, the Ripper's identity has never been confirmed. Letters claiming to be from the killer, including the infamous From Hell letter, added to public hysteria, though their authenticity remains debated. The murders stopped as suddenly as they began, leaving the city in fear and investigators frustrated. Over the years, hundreds of theories have emerged, from doctors to butchers, yet no definitive proof has been found. Jack the Ripper remains the most infamous, unsolved serial killer in history. His crimes highlighted the vulnerability of women in Victorian London and the limitations of contemporary policing. The case continues to fascinate criminologists, historians, and amateur sleuths alike, spawning countless books, films, and documentaries. The Ripper's name has become a symbol of human depravity, a dark figure who has never been brought to justice. Even today, more than a century later, Jack the Ripper captivates and horrifies, a chilling reminder that some criminals can vanish without a trace. The Hinterkaifeck murders, Germany. In 1922, 6 members of the Gruber family were brutally murdered on their remote farm in Germany. Investigators found evidence suggesting the killer had lived in the house for several days, feeding the animals and using the family's amenities. The murders were carried out with a pickaxe, leaving the family dead in a terrifyingly methodical scene. Clues included footprints leading to the farm but no clear exit, and strange occurrences reported by neighbors before the killings. Despite multiple suspects, including relatives and townspeople, no one was ever convicted. The case remains one of Germany's most chilling unsolved murders, combining isolation, premeditation, and the eerie presence of the murderer before the crime. Over the decades, paranormal enthusiasts and true crime experts have explored the site, noting its desolate atmosphere and unexplained details. Hinterkaifeck demonstrates how fear, secrecy, and brutality can intersect in ways that evade logic and law. Even today, theories range from vengeful relatives to deranged strangers. Yet the Gruber family's fate remains a grim mystery, a story that continues to haunt German folklore and true crime circles. The Isdal Woman, Norway. In 1970, hikers in Norway discovered the charred remains of a woman in Isdalen Valley, near Bergen. The case, known as the Isdal Woman, remains one of the country's most mysterious unsolved deaths. Investigators found multiple identities, burnt clothing, coded messages, and strange personal items. Autopsy reports suggested she died from carbon monoxide poisoning, but her identity and motives remain unknown. The complexity of the case suggested espionage connections during the Cold War, sparking numerous theories involving spies, smuggling, or secret intelligence operations. Police investigations over the years failed to identify her or find a conclusive explanation. The Isdal Woman's story has fascinated researchers, journalists, and amateur sleuths alike, combining elements of mystery, danger, and international intrigue. Despite decades of scrutiny, her life, purpose, and the reason for her death remain a chilling enigma. The case highlights how people can disappear into secrecy, leaving only fragments behind for the world to ponder. Even today, Norway grapples with the mystery, and the Isdal Woman remains a haunting symbol of unsolved crimes shrouded in secrecy and espionage. The YOGTZE Case, Germany. In 1984, Gunther Stoll, a German food engineer, mysteriously wrote the word YOGTZE on a piece of paper shortly before his death. That same night, he was found severely injured in his car, hours before he was involved in a bizarre accident that killed multiple people. The case baffled investigators. Unclear motives, unidentifiable suspects, and cryptic messages left behind. Stoll's personal life offered no explanation, and the cryptic YOGTZE has never been deciphered. Witnesses reported strange men at the scene, suggesting organized crime or unknown conspiracy. Over the years, theories emerged ranging from espionage to secret societies, yet none were proven. The YOGTZE case demonstrates how ordinary life can spiral into incomprehensible danger. It combines cryptic evidence, sudden death, and unanswered questions, making it one of Germany's most perplexing unsolved mysteries. Even decades later, enthusiasts and criminologists attempt to decode the strange combination of letters and circumstances. The lack of answers leaves the case haunting, a reminder that human life and fate can be both fragile and inexplicably entangled with dark, unseen forces. The Monster of Florence, Italy. Between 1968 and 1985, a series of murders terrorized the area around Florence, Italy. Known as the Monster of Florence, the killer targeted couples in secluded areas, often shooting them at close range. Despite extensive investigations and multiple suspects, the identity of the murderer remains unknown. The case gained notoriety for the ritualistic nature of the crimes, the involvement of controversial suspects, and alleged police mishandling. Investigators struggled to link the killings, and conspiracy theories abounded, implicating organized crime, secret societies, and corrupt officials. Media coverage intensified fear, making Florence a city on edge for nearly 2 decades. The Monster of Florence remains one of Italy's most infamous unsolved cases, blending horror, mystery, and obsession. Its chilling legacy is remembered not only for the brutality of the murders, but also for the frustration of never bringing the killer to justice. Even today, books, documentaries, and podcasts explore the case, keeping the memory of terror alive while leaving answers frustratingly out of reach. The Black Dahlia Murder, USA. In 1947, Elizabeth Short, nicknamed the Black Dahlia, was found brutally murdered in Los Angeles. Her body had been severed and mutilated in a way that shocked the nation. The case became iconic due to the gruesome nature of the crime, the media frenzy, and the sheer lack of resolution. Police interviewed hundreds of suspects, yet no one was ever convicted. The investigation faced challenges due to the sensationalism surrounding the case, false confessions, and limited forensic techniques. Over the decades, numerous theories have emerged, including connections to organized crime, jealous lovers, and corrupt officials. The Black Dahlia case has become a symbol of unsolved Hollywood crime, blending glamour, horror, and mystery. Books, films, and TV shows continue to explore her tragic story, keeping the case in public consciousness. Despite modern technology, the murder remains unsolved, demonstrating how even high-profile cases with massive attention can slip through justice's grasp. Elizabeth Short's story remains a haunting reminder of violence, corruption, and unanswered questions in America's criminal history. The Boy in the Box, Philadelphia. In 1957, the body of an unidentified boy, estimated to be 3 to 7 years old, was found in a cardboard box in Philadelphia. The case, known as the Boy in the Box, shocked the nation. Despite extensive investigations, the boy's identity and the circumstances of his death remain unknown. For decades, police examined leads ranging from foster care issues to criminal conspiracies, but nothing provided conclusive answers. Over time, forensic advances, including DNA testing, have offered new avenues, yet the mystery persists. The Boy in the Box remains a chilling reminder of child abuse, societal failure, and unsolved tragedy. Families and investigators alike have struggled with the inability to bring closure. The boy's anonymous life and death continue to haunt the city, leaving only a story of innocence lost and questions that may never be answered. This case stands as one of America's most tragic and mysterious unsolved crimes. The Springfield Three, USA. In 1992, 3 women, Cheryl Levitt, her daughter Suzanne, and friend Stacy McCall, vanished from their Springfield, Missouri home without a trace. Despite extensive police searches, interviews, and media attention, no definitive evidence ever surfaced. The case remains one of the most perplexing disappearances in U.S. history. Over the years, multiple suspects and theories have been suggested, including abduction, foul play by acquaintances, and cult involvement, but nothing has been proven. Families, friends, and authorities remain haunted by the uncertainty. The Springfield Three exemplify how ordinary life can suddenly descend into incomprehensible mystery. Decades later, the case continues to intrigue true crime enthusiasts and investigators alike, highlighting the terrifying reality of unresolved disappearances. Their story is a chilling testament to the unknown dangers that can strike unexpectedly, leaving lives forever changed and questions unanswered.